Well, hello, it's a early December morning in Eastbourne, and I'm on board the Halcyon, skippered by Graham Doswell. My name's Malcolm McGarvin, and I work with a restaurateur in something called Pisces, where we go out on boats and evaluate the boats for quality of the catch, food quality of it, and the sustainability of the practices. And we then help the boats source to restaurants and other fish users. So the European Commission got in contact with us and said, we'd like to know a bit more about what you do, because this is very much like our new fisheries campaign, Inseparable. So I'll take you through some of what we do and why we do it.
Here's my colleague Caroline Bennett, looking over the catch of Cornishman Chris Bean and crew of Lady Hamilton, a source of inspiration for us. Caroline runs the London Japanese restaurant Mushi Mushi and works on the land-based side of Pisces. And here's an example of what more sustainable fishing means to Pisces, the Sussex Spring Cuttlefish Trap Fishery, which, unlike the main methods, has minimum impact on the seabed and minimal discards. We get the cuttlefish up fast to London chefs like Peter Whedon, so they can be on diners' plates the same day that they were caught, getting Graham a premium price. The Commission asks when we became interested in sustainability. Caroline banned bluefin tuna from her restaurants in the 1990s, way before the issues were well known. For me, by the time I was doing my postdoc, it was clear you had to be pretty insensitive to damage the environment, such as for this gravid salmon. Going out on research vessels, I was hooked by the amazing vibrancy of fresh fish and the wonderful alienness of the marine environment. I'd written my first book by the early 1990s and since worked with environmental groups, the Commission, the European Environment Agency and businesses. I hugely respect researchers such as CFAS scientist Samantha Smith, here working calmly in demanding conditions. Understanding of marine ecology is growing, so we now know that total fish biomass is far more predictable than that of individual species. I fear we risk chasing shadows by attempting to manage species individually. We like boats who help out on research. Here's Chino, on board Lady Hamilton, launching a cetacean recorder, part of a Cornish Wildlife Trust project to help make sure that dolphins steer clear of nets. However, the main way we try to help sustainability, food quality and fair trading is through the fishing methods we support. It includes not wasting difficult species such as spider crabs, using very large mesh static gear nets such as these monk nets used by Mikey of Judy Girl, or short soak times of 2 to 3 hours for these medium mesh nets targeting haddock with no discards of undersized fish. The fish required to keep Cornishman Nigel Hill in the job with his premium quality handline mackerel is minimal, yet he worries about quota because of a battle going on between big boats far away off Iceland. We think sustainable inshore fishing communities, like Michael's, should get first bite of the quota cherry. And now back to where we started, on Halcyon, off Eastbourne, with 6-inch mesh gill nets set the day before. For cod, for sole, for bass, and for plaice. There are no catches of undersized fish such as plaice, which is a problem in the mainstream fisheries. It's exhausting work, making it difficult to attract young people.
There's a discussion to be had for sure about sustainability. It's confusing for consumers. The issues can be complex and there's much misinformation. Like the curate's egg, certification schemes are good in part, but can also be ecologically dogmatic and socially unjust. Now that ICES presents its advice more clearly, certifiers need to do more than recycle work that is freely available. We try to go between the barricades. There's still too much fear and demonisation that comes from isolation. There will be unresolved arguments in future, but we can do better than in the past. Sustainability for us means supporting inshore fisheries that have less environmental impact, the greatest potential for jobs all along the coast, and which create the greatest added value per fish. It's also what most fishers can do, a potential well of support for the Inseparable campaign, as yet scarcely drawn upon. Pisces wishes Inseparable good luck, and we look forward to inviting the Commissioner on board.